Good morning. It's me and my eye bags. It's just too early to care. That's what I'm going to say. Okay. So I had one of the most exhilarating, confirming, synchronistic conversations last night, and it was a humongous timeline shift for me, and made me realize how much work I've done and how important the work that I'm doing is, and hearing my words back from someone that I have been spending time with, and how can I say it? I'm not going to say like working with, but going through some, doing some of the work with. That makes more sense, rather than working with, doing the work together. Yeah, just the most beautiful conversation. And there was this underlying tone that went through the whole conversation, and it basically is one of my main focuses on what I'm actually trying to do here with these videos, and my intention. And I wanted to share it with you because it was just so powerful. I came away from the conversation just like, that is truly amazing. That is really amazing. And so incredibly simple. And that for me is what I want to get across as well. Like this attitude that anyone can do what I do. Anyone, I just want to make everything that I do really accessible and something that you can sort of jump into without feeling scared or nervous, or like it's not for me, it's not good for me. And yeah, I've been so excited literally since I popped my eyes open this morning, having to like really rein myself in. And I've got a meeting this morning as well, which I'm super excited for. And I can't be late for. So I need to get a wiggle on, don't I? Okay, so I always find it really hard to start. Where is the best place to start? I always feel like I go round in a circle when I do these videos. Okay, so my thoughts on getting better, and that means loads of different things to loads of different people, is focusing on ourselves and not forgetting that there is outside influences, but concentrating and channeling our energy inwards to deal with ourselves. So there are so many things in the outside world that are constantly changing, constantly variable. We don't really, we can put our opinions and expectations on all this outside stuff, but what is the point in all of that? It's almost like wasted energy. We're feeding energy into the outside world of what we want that to look like. And it's like when we're in difficult circumstances, it's a natural thing for us to put our focus on the external and say, why does that person not like me? Or why is that person treating me like this? Or why am I constantly in debt? This is outside stuff. Why am I constantly being abused? Why am I constantly around people that don't take me seriously? Why I'm in a job that makes me so stressed out? Why am I constantly whatever the outside thing that we put our focus on? Like, what is the point of that? What are we doing there? Because realistically, we can't change it. We don't really know. The things that are going on inside other people's heads, we have no idea about. Like, no one is really honest with you. It takes a lot of work to be super duper honest. Everyone has motives. I don't care what anybody says. Everyone has motives for doing the things that they do. And there's just so many variables. So how in the world could we get it nailed on? I mean, I say this to people because I'm a psychic. I'm a psychic medium. And I still don't get it 100%. Like, the energy that I pick up from people, I can't read people's minds, and I say that often. I cannot read your mind. But your energy will tell me. So the energy that you give out tells me what's going on, right? And all humans have this ability. This is not just something that is gifted to me. It's not just gifted to some people. All humans have this ability in varying degrees. So that's one thing. When we focus our attention and our energy on ourselves, that's when we make really big, drastic changes very, very quickly, because we know exactly what's going on. Well, I'll come to that in a minute. We don't know exactly what's going on. We have learned to block. We have learned to suppress. We have learned to get through situations in certain ways that cause the least amount of what's the word I'm looking for? Friction. So, for example, when we're growing up, the first thing that we know to do when something upsets us is to cry. And there's a multitude of things that happen when we cry. So think about it this way. When you're a baby and you cry, you get fed straight away. Do you know where I'll go with this? You get fed straight away. Then you get a pacifier or a dummy or a blanket or something to comfort you. If you're a little bit older, might try and distract you with toys and things like that. And then it's hard because it's not the same for everyone, but usually there's a multitude of things that get said. It's not like that. You know, you're okay, everything's all right, and a load of other things. So when we're in discomfort, and this is a taught behaviour, this is a learnt behaviour from being a baby. This is with us from the start. Food, comfort, affection, and then suppression. So you get given a few options to choose from, what will calm you down. If those things don't calm you down, then you get suppressed. And this happens with adults. This happens all the time. I watch this happen all the time. Because what's actually happening is that we're not getting to the underlying issue of what's making us upset. Because the person dealing with our discomfort is uncomfortable about us being in discomfort. So therefore, it's whatever the quickest way to stop that person from being upset. Food. A comforter. Distraction. Do you understand where I'm going? And we're not dealing with the things that are actually making us upset. We're not actually, we learn this from being so young. We're not dealing with the things that actually make us feel upset. And that's why it never goes away. This is why nobody ever learns to be able to, they say self-soothe. Children don't know how to self-soothe. It's not even a thing. It's a made-up thing. Children don't self-soothe. They regulate. So they regulate to the energies around them. So if you're a calm parent, you generally have a calm child. If you're, and you'll be able to calm your child quicker because of you can regulate your own emotions. If you're regulated, the people around you will be regulated. And this is what I want to come up to. So when we put the focus on ourselves and we understand ourselves, and this is on so many different levels, understand ourselves emotionally, what we actually need emotionally from ourselves and people from around us. How do we need to deal with our anger? How do we need to deal with being upset? How do we need to deal with disappointment? Not how we're taught, how we need to deal with it. It's two completely different things. Now, when we're disappointed as a child, i.e. when we have to leave the park and we're told it's now, we're not given the opportunity to be disappointed. If it was an adult, we would be allowed to be disappointed. If it's a child, we're not allowed to be disappointed. How we learn how to transmute, and this is from alchemy, this one of my favourite topics on the whole entire planet. Look into alchemy. It will help you absolutely tons. Energy doesn't disappear. It travels, it moves, it becomes something else. So to regulate your emotions, basically you have to become really good at alchemy, turning anger into passion, turning sadness into art, into being creative. Even good, good emotions, turning happiness and complete ecstaticness into calmness, like what I'm trying to do now. It is. My mind's just completely gone. And in understanding ourselves, we get to a place of knowing, okay? So this takes discipline. I know I'm covering a lot in this video. I hope it's not too out there, but so when we when we know ourselves, what we need, away from all the things that everyone is telling us we need or that we have learned, when we start getting into the actions of what we actually need, what we need in our lives, who we need to be surrounded by, what sort of friends we need, what sort of job we need, what do we need to do on a daily basis, do we need to meditate every morning to have a really good day, whatever that is. Once you've got to that point, and that story changes a hell of a lot. What you think you need changes a hell of a lot. When you start focusing on yourself, you start realizing, and you have like epiphanies about the things that you put up with that you shouldn't have put up with, and the things that you do that please other people but actually make you really sad. There's loads of that. That's the work. But once that you know yourself and you can regulate yourself, you become what I call safe. And I've spoken about this in other videos. Once you become safe in yourself, and this takes discipline. So what I mean by this is, when you get angry, you know that you can control it. When you're faced with a difficult situation, i.e. when someone is doing something really hurtful to you, you don't want to seek revenge. You know that it's their problem, not yours, and you can just leave them to their own devices. When you can say to someone, no, that doesn't work out for me, like, good luck with everything and I wish you all the best, but that's not for me. Like, knowing yourself and what you need and becoming safe, for me, is the work. And this is what we were talking about yesterday. Becoming safe is a frequency, is an energy, and it's an energy that you give off to everybody, your children, your parents, your community, like everyone you come into contact with. You say to that person with your energy, I am safe. And in turn, that you will find that people gravitate more towards you. Animals and children will come towards you, and you will get a lot of people looking at you and seeking you out because you have a safe energy. And not saying that in this day and age it is rare, but because safety is not really the done thing, you will find that a lot of people do gravitate towards you for lots of different reasons. And a lot of people will challenge you on this behavior, because when you become safe, you become, what's the word I'm looking for? Powerful is one of the words, because you can make decisions very, very quickly. You can move through life quicker because you're not taking on so many other people's energy. It's almost like, this is my timeline, this is where I'm going, and you do what you need to do to get there. You're not having to snake around the houses to do it. And also, when you become safe, you find that you have less drama in your life, or not less difficult situations. That's just a calmer life, a calmer outlook, a calmer, your needs, wants and abilities completely change, and you'll probably find that you don't want to work the job that you've worked. You don't, it's a big upheaval, it's a big change, but the work happens over a certain allotted time, and only you can know when you become a safe person. And we were talking about this last night, and I just thought that when it was relayed back to me, it was just like boom. That's the work. That's what we're here for, you know, like I really hope these videos make sense to somebody. My tummy's hungry. I'm gonna go and have some breakfast. Have a good one.